What's going on, y'all? What's the word? Machiavelli Mills TV. We live and direct here. It's 9 in the morning, basically almost 10 in the morning in Chicago right now. I haven't even taken my after work nap yet, but we gonna get right to it because I told y'all I was gonna go live immediately after work to talk about the Lakers game, right? The Lakers took a L last night against the Houston Rockets. Two L's in a row after being up 3-0. Very dangerous. Not like this not they didn't want you don't want to give up two L's in a row against the Houston Rockets, a young team. Um Basketball is a game of momentum, right? And the Lakers had all the momentum after basically about to lose. They was about to lose game 3. And then they won in overtime. LeBron hit a big shot in game 3 to like send them to OT, right? So like the momentum was in their favor. Now momentum is not in their favor at all. At all. Because again, a young team with young legs like this, giving them 2 wins in a row, that's not a good thing at all. Because now they feel like they can beat the Lakers now. They feel like they can beat them, right? And when you got a young team that feel like they can beat what's looked at as Goliath, and the Lakers are not Oklahoma City. They're not San Antonio. But they got a pantheon great player on their team, LeBron James. The Lakers are the talk of the town, right? They're always going to be a talked about franchise because of the star power that they have. Even though Luka Doncic is not playing, people were like basically counting them out after the Lakers went up 3-0. Right now, they got a lot of life. They got a lot of life. And I'm telling y'all right now, um, yeah, yeah, blame. And if he lose a 3-0 lead, I'm gonna come on here and say he lost a 3-0 lead, bro. I ain't and that's terrible. And you right, I do talk shit about Kobe losing the 3-1 lead because people always talk about LeBron losing. I bring that up. And yeah, so if he lose a 3-0 if he lose a 3-0 lead, that's a horrible. That is a hit. Absolute hit on his resume if he loses a 3-0 lead. For sure. But yeah, I do talk shit about Kobe losing the 3-1 lead because it should be talk shit about 100%, right? So I make no mistakes. No, I don't make no I don't I don't I'm not sad about it at all either, right? But losing a 3-0 lead is absolutely horrendous. So I don't care what he got to do. LeBron James got to be Superman. If he got to be Superman again, he got to do that. He got to do that, right? Now again, I'm not able to watch the game, so I couldn't even watch the game last night because of the fact that I got to go to work and all that. I didn't even watch. I watched probably like 5 minutes of the game. Other than that, I'm just checking the score. But if he got to turn into Superman, he got to get to it. He got to get active, right? Whatever you got to do, get active. I seen he went 0 for 6 from 3. 0 for 6 from 3. Yeah. At some point, just stop shooting them threes. Go to the cup, especially because I seen Austin Reeves shot terrible. So if Austin Reeves not shooting well, go to the cup, bro. Go to the cup. He was getting to the line. I think he took like what 10 trips. He shot like 10 free throws last night, right? So keep going to the cup. Keep going to the cup. Yeah, Kay Cunningham was getting busy. And again, people were looking at Detroit funny because they like, hell no, how Orlando finna beat them. I like that from Cade Cunningham. Time to be a gorilla. Go gorilla, man. Go gorilla. But yeah, Bron ain't gonna have to do that. He's gonna have to suit up and be, even if he can't be Superman all series, but to not allow this to happen, he gotta go crazy. He gotta go crazy. So yeah, because especially if Austin Reeves and them not shooting well, Luke Kennard not shooting well, everybody else off, he just gotta go, he gotta get active. All the way through and through. So Kobe's team shouldn't have been in the playoffs. What do that got to do with them being up 3-1 though? Like, that's not an excuse to me, right? The same way I'm not going to excuse LeBron James being 41 years old. LeBron is still a very good basketball player. So I'm not going to make an excuse that he's 41. You say how you trying to say I don't do that. I don't live in that realm. I don't care. I don't care if Kobe and them wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs. They went up 3-0. I mean, they went up 3-1. Same way, LeBron up 3-0. You supposed to win the series. So I don't do all of that. Nah. Even at 41 years old, LeBron James is a high-level basketball player. So I'm not finna be, oh, he's 41, so it don't count. No. No, he got to get active. Especially if he sees other guys are not hitting shots. Fuck it. Luke, what's the boy name? Austin Reeves. Give me the cup. Give me the ball, and we're gonna attack the rim. So what? Because I think Bron was what 7 of 10 from the line last night. So yeah, he can't. If he was 0 for 6 from 3. Go to the cup. Nah, LeBron can't do it on his own. They're gonna have to hoop with him. But let's just say, let's just say if he would have went to the cup a few more times, maybe. Right? If he would have went to the cup a few more times, maybe he could have got some shots to go in. Yeah, I can't give Bron no excuse for that if they lose a 3-0 lead. That's terrible. So, and he know that. He know that. So he gonna have to get active. He got to put on a Superman suit for one more time. If it's for one more time, you know. So you just credit and blame one player for every series and loss? No. Lil Zeus World, like, here's the deal with that though. What do you say? Yeah, he got to get active, bro. It is what it is. If what you calling them lose, and I'm sorry, if Austin Reeves and them if they're not hitting, Austin Reeves 4 of 15, he just gonna have to hit his shot. I mean, he's just gonna have to go to work. He gonna have to go to work, man. It is what it is. So you cannot lose a 3-0 lead. You cannot. Because you know, if he loses the 3-1 lead, he will never hear the end of that at all. A 3-0 lead? Nah. He can't lose it. He can't do that. Anybody else probably could do that. He can't do that. Not somebody of his stature and somebody that's playing this well at the end of his career. If he was like Kevin Garnett now, buried on the bench, averaging 5 a game, it wouldn't matter much, right? If he looked like, Tim Duncan them at the end of their career, averaging 7, Dirk Nowitzki, then okay, it wouldn't matter much. But because he's still playing at a high level, it's not. He got to get to it. Because he's playing at a high level. You said to me, LeBron, hey, Lil Zeus, don't do that. Kobe is God to y'all too. See, you see how Kobe fans be always doing that. LeBron God to y'all. Kobe God to y'all too. Let's stop it. Kobe is Jesus Christ to y'all. Kobe found the cure to COVID. Let y'all tell it. So we fan bases, there are fanatics in every fan base. And y'all tend to act like only LeBron James has fanatical people around him. That is incorrect. Nah, he can't retire after a 3-0 lead. Like, nah. You got to finish on a better note than that. Nah. Yeah, he can't retire after 3. You got to finish on a better note than that. Nah. Right? Like, you can't, you got to finish on a better note than that. And if he retire, y'all going to say he running away. You know that, Black Mall. What's your boy name now? Charles Tabansi. They gonna say he running and hiding, right? They gonna say he trying to run away. You know LeBron James could never retire after if he lose a 3-0 lead. That could never even be in his stratosphere. He gotta no, they would say he's tugging his tail and going home. They gonna say he tucking his tail and going home. And you and I both know that, Black Mom. Y'all not finna give him an excuse that he washed, Black Mom. Y'all gonna say his ass not the GOAT, he garbage. And you know that, Black Mom. All them finna say that. Nobody gonna say he washed. They gonna say his ass ain't the GOAT, he terrible. It ain't gonna be, because then if y'all say he washed, y'all would say y'all giving him an out or an excuse for that. You know that. Y'all gonna say he running. So he gotta get to it. Same way, bro. It's certain athletes that cannot, like, no matter how old they are, if they feel good, the L will count against them. Floyd Mayweather the same way. Floyd Mayweather could lose against Manny Pacquiao right now, right? And people would still say, "I told you, Manny was better than him." Right? It don't matter that Floyd beat him years ago. Floyd Mayweather the same way. People, anytime he lose, they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at him, he lost." So LeBron the same way, especially with LeBron playing at a high level, he can't afford that. So if he was to go and retire right after this series, they would say he ran away from the smoke. He ran away because he lost, and you know they'll never let him lay that down. He know that. So yeah, if you retire after losing a 3-0 lead, nah. If he do that, you would never hear the end of it. Right. So you agreeing with me though? I'm not saying it's unfair that's the thing to them, Black Mall. You agree with me. They will not be allowed to do that because of how they present them, how they calling themselves to go. So I'm not saying that it's unfair that happens to them. I'm saying if LeBron James were to retire, yeah, people gonna say he running and hiding. Right? Same way if Floyd were to lose against Manny Pacquiao today, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my reasoning why people would call him running and hiding. They would say he ran because he called himself the GOAT. MJ to this day never calls himself the GOAT. He sure think he the GOAT though. He just not silly enough to say it. He not gonna say that. He think he the GOAT though. Michael Jordan think that shit. He ain't gonna tell me he don't. That's why he invited that man to that when he went to go when he got into the Hall of Fame, he invited the dude that beat him out on the varsity team to tell his ass I'm better than you. He think he the GOAT for real. Mike thinks that all the way. He just not gonna say it because he know what hole that will put him in. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, he gonna say that shit. Right? So you don't have to say it yourself when everyone says it for you. You don't have to, right, Black Mom? But what I'm telling you is he thinks that. Ali called himself the GOAT, though, right? Ali called himself the GOAT before the world said he was, right? So you don't have to say it when everyone says it for you, but Mike thinks that, though. If you don't think the black cat think he the GOAT, you're sadly mistaken. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the black cat think he the GOAT all the way. He just not gonna say it. Cause he don't have to say it, but he believes that though. He's just not gonna say it though. But Ali called himself the GOAT before he ever was the GOAT. So yeah, Ali was saying that shit. He was the greatest after he beat Sonny Liston at 22 years old. And everybody still thought he didn't do enough to be the GOAT then. So yeah. And y'all know that. Y'all watch boxing. Ali said that. Yeah. Context matters. Though. Ali was calling himself great at the time when black folks were considered less than. Uh, I mean, I believe it is an adequate comparison though. Because I don't think Ali calling himself the GOAT had anything to do with him and his black pride. I think he just knew he was just that damn good. Now he's a black and he's a proud black man all the way through and through. I don't think him saying he was the greatest had anything to do with at that point consider him. I don't think that really had anything to do with him talk like that. You never heard any black person talk like that Well, I mean, Jack Johnson carried himself that way. I never heard Jack Johnson talk, but Jack Johnson would beat up white men and walk around with and have white women in the car with him. Jack Johnson would beat up white boys all day for the sport and smoke cigarettes after whooping their ass. So he carried himself in that persona. I never heard Jack Johnson talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can the bravado was there, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. I think Ali was promoting himself though. Lil Zeus, don't come in here being disrespectful, bro. Cause I'm gonna have to get on your ass in a minute. I'm trying to be cool though. Who talking about LeBron fans slow? 'Cause, here you go. Y'all be jumping out of poppy being cool with y'all. I don't even be saying nothing. And if I talk about Kobe fans, then y'all be ready to cry on here. Y'all be ready to fight me. You see, Shim Sham? Whenever I'm cool, they come talking crazy. Whenever I'm cool, I'm not even on that. And you see, they be talking crazy, and I gotta talk shit back, G. Yeah, I mean, I got Ali biography at the house though. I got it sitting right on my what you call it though. Yeah, but see, Ali's hypocritical with that though. Cause May, while he did say that, look how he talked about uh Joe Frazier. He called Joe Frazier all type of ugly bears, all type of ugly this, all of that. Another black man, and that's why him and Joe Frazier were not on good terms like that throughout most of Joe Frazier's life after that. And Joe helped him come back to the sport, right? So I hear what Ali was saying, and I really believe he loved black people. I really believed he loved black people, and I really believe he was for black people all the way. You're not going to convince me he wasn't, right? From what he did and how he left the sport, yeah, he gave up. Again, he gave up the heavyweight title when the heavyweight title was bigger than being the president of the United States of America at that time. But look at what he said to Joe Frazier and how he talked about Joe Frazier. That hurt Joe Frazier's feelings, how he called him ugly over and over again, called him all type of names. So, wow, called Joe an Uncle Tom, all that. Look how he talked about Joe. And Joe brought him back to the sport. So Ali can be, I love Ali to life. But Ali was very hypocritical with certain things though at times. So while I do believe Ali was all the way for black folks, all the way, he did some contradictory stuff too at times too. And we all can contradict ourselves as well at times. You know, we could be all we can all contradict ourselves at times though. But yeah, so that too though. But no, the point of this is that LeBron, they gotta figure out a way to close this series out. Gotta they gotta figure out a way to close this series out for sure. Because losing a 3-0 lead is horrible. That is absolutely embarrassing. So whatever they gotta do, they better get to it. Get to it, fam. Ain't gonna be no excuse for that. Once you up 3-0, y'all know how I feel. Once you up 3-0, once you done won 3 games, um, once you up 3 games, you done won 3 games already. And they when you especially when you up 3-0, like it ain't like y'all been going back and forth game by game by game by game. You didn't won 3 games consecutively. So at that point, you're supposed to be able to close these boys out. Um, it's a big old bee flying around out here, fam. This mug is humongous. See, I got my prime set. This might be the most watched game so far this series, unless they lose and it's a game 7. Yeah, man. I'm tuned in like crazy on Friday night, man. I'm tuned in like crazy. But he better figure out a way to win this series, bro. Cause he's never gonna hit the end of it. He's never gonna hit the end of it. Cause again, a player of his stature, nah. And I don't believe it's be and this is the thing too. I really don't even think it's because LeBron calls himself the GOAT. I mean, I think that's part of it. But I also think LeBron, he just shit, man. LeBron's star power is one of the biggest star powers we've ever seen in the NBA. And that's why his star power eclipses Steph Curry's. That's why Steph Steph don't really get that much flack like a LeBron James would for losing a 3-1 lead, right? As much as Steph changed the game, LeBron and Steph's star power are different. Different. If LeBron lose a 3-1 lead, oh my God. In the finals, you would never hit the end of it. Same way you didn't hear the end of it when it happened when they lost in 2011. Right? Never gonna hit it. You never will hit the end of it. So yeah, you're gonna have to be Superman. He's gonna have to throw the Superman suit on one more time to make sure they don't lose this series. Right? So yeah, man. I said I wish we could simulate the Spurs versus Thunder. That's gonna be an excellent series, man. I got the Spurs pulling that out in 7. I got the Spurs pulling that out in 7, though, for sure. You gotta really think Brian Hayes started when he made the decision. From that point, he's gotten harsh criticism. Yeah, the decision. But I also think like it's a lot of things that go into why like I think one of his star power is still bigger than Steph. I really do think that even though Steph is a humongous star, um, and even Stephen A. Smith don't even like LeBron James. But he said, when when LeBron come into a room, it feel different. Even when Steph come into a room, and probably too, LeBron's a big ass dude, and LeBron has been a star for like so long since high school and shit like that. But I do have the decision that played a part too, though, because prior to the decision, um, prior to the decision, the only person that was really piling onto LeBron James was Skip Bayless. Like publicly, right? Like I'm trying to think publicly, but a lot of things happened where LeBron became heavily scrutinized. The decision happened. Um, Bro, nobody gonna be bigger than Jordan. But just because you're not Jordan, don't mean it's not star power though, bro. Like Floyd Mayweather not gonna be bigger than and Rob Parker was criticizing LeBron too. Floyd Mayweather never gonna be Ali, but you can't tell me Floyd don't have star power. Michael Jordan is probably the most famous athlete to ever live. Not probably. No, I'm sorry. Outside of Ali. Outside of Ali, Jordan is probably the most famous. No, wait a minute. He the most famous basketball player. I got to see how big these soccer players are. These soccer players are extremely famous. And I don't even watch soccer. But like, yeah, no, I don't think nobody's going to be as famous as Mike was. No. But outside of Michael Jordan, yeah, LeBron's star power is humongous. Is the reason why he's still he's still probably the most watched player in the league. And he ain't been the best player in the league since 2018. So yeah, it was several things that went into it. I think LeBron, like again, that part, the decision played a part. LeBron James publicly bashing Donald Trump. They gave him the right wingers. Then the right wingers started to hate him as well. So first the decision, the people that was like the 90s basketball fans didn't like him teaming up with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, right? Then him predicting he was gonna win so many championships, they didn't like that. But then also the right wingers started to hate him when he openly expressed disdain for Donald Trump. That added a whole slew of people who probably don't even watch basketball like that. That and that created another realm of that, right? Um, you feel me? So yeah, so yeah, that again, right wingers that did not like him expressing disdain towards Donald Trump. You had right wingers that did not like him talking about Trayvon Martin them. That opened up another lane for people to criticize. And you got people that did not like people in Chicago, right? People in Chicago, the old heads hate him because one, when LeBron got to the league, he instantly got compared to Michael Jordan. Instantly. They made a lot of people here upset. Um, a lot of people did not like him steady being compared to Michael Jordan here. So it made people like Quentin Richardson and them hate him. Quentin Richardson, Chicago motherfuckers, some haters. Only person from the shot that really always gave Bron his props for real was Antoine Walker. Twan always fucked with Bron. Always. And that's because Twan knew Bron when Bron was like 15. Twan knew Bron when Bron was like 15 years old. So he, like he played with Bron when in that game with Michael Jordan when he was 15. But most of the Chicago some dudes, some haters. So yeah. And Zeke, right, Isaiah Thomas rocked with LeBron heavy too. Except that time he was talking about LeBron shooting shirtless. But other than that, Zeke always showed love to LeBron. Always. Other than that, the Chicago motherfucker be hating. Tim Hardaway too. Tim be hating. He just said something favorable to LeBron. Dudes like him, they don't like anybody being compared to Michael Jordan in any way. Right? Especially, I don't, it's something like with him particularly, right? That I'm more than an athlete brought us again. Nah, ain't no who is us though. You don't like him. Who you say brought us against him? Because it didn't make y'all hate Kobe Bryant, even though Kobe Bryant openly says that shit about Trayvon Martin, right? So like to me that's fickle though. That's fickle because it didn't make y'all hate Kobe that way. Because Kobe sat up there and told y'all. And y'all can say, well, he wasn't being fake, but that shit still flaw as hell. He went out there and told y'all why he supposed to care about Trayvon Martin? Because Trayvon black. What do that mean? He said that's what's wrong with the world. We only defending people because they black, and they didn't make black people hate him, right? In fact, since his death, they gravitated to him more, right? So that's fickle to me though, because if the fake woke image made people, it don't matter if he tried to be pro black. Kobe saying that was raccoonery at his height, Black Maul. That should have made the same people. That should have made the same people that hate Braun for being fake. You think raccoonery is better than being fake? Black Maul, let's be for real. No. No. I'm not finna do that. Cause it don't matter that Kobe never tried to be whatever. But him saying that about Trayvon Martin was absolutely egregious. That was absolutely egregious. So regardless of him trying to be fake pro-black or not, that was super anti-black. I'm gonna do that, Black Maul. Y'all so stuck on no. You feel me? Nah, I know no. Raccoonery to me is never worse than being fake woke. I don't care. Saying Trayvon Martin, Black Maul, you're never gonna give me that boy came out there and said you reminded me of that, Black Maul. You reminded me of that. The man came out there and said, why I'm supposed to care about Trayvon Martin? Cause he black? And really said, I'm supposed to, no, I don't do that. That's what's wrong with the world. We just supposed to just take a side because he black. All of that, right? You know what I'm saying? So, right. No, you said my point is that people kill MJ and Kobe for being anti-black and LeBron moving just like them N-words, right? Now, so that is the point I'm saying. That if you're gonna hate him, but my point is this though. If you say the fake woke stuff, but you should have the same animosity towards Michael Jordan and Bean. Then that's my point. If you're gonna hate LeBron and say because he fake woke, and I think it should be the same animosity towards Kobe and Mike. Then even if they're not fake woke, they have said things that have been very egregious. So I just think that's just like whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Nah, LeBron, I know activists, no. But I don't have no problem with him talking about like Trayvon Martin or what you call it, or police brutality. Nah. It's a big ass be out here, boy. And to be honest with y'all though, people don't really kill Kobe for being anti-black. As MJ, yeah. But people don't really kill Kobe for being anti. Not many. Not many. He said LeBron was in Florida at the time. It made sense to speak. I mean, that's true. He was in Miami at the time. So yeah. Um, I mean, yeah. He And that is true though. And say, in fact, when people tried to sully Kobe's name after his tragic death, it was black folks who stood up to that and got folks apologize. That is true though. Bean don't might get a lot of criticism for being anti-black, but Bean really don't really get criticism for being anti-black. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, LeBron got capitalistic ways for sure, 1,000%. For sure. You said LeBron out here laundering. I mean, shit. That Nike money run long, boy. For real. That money out here long. That Nike money long, boy. Shit. I mean, Jigga got capitalistic ways 100%. I mean, I've talked about that on the channel too. Um, Jigga said being capitalist. He said capitalist was a slur. Yeah, I think and that's the truth though. That's the truth though. Every person that got like $1 billion or close to it, yeah, somebody getting gypped in the long run to be at that at that height, have that type of money for sure. But all I know is all I know is yeah, they can't lose this series though. I'm trying to think. What's some real like Dave Chappelle is talking that BS now too. I don't know what Dave doing when he did that look what that show when they did them shows over there. That what you talking about? What Dave what's going on with Dave Chappelle? If they do lose, then what? LeBron didn't have enough help. D Lofton, I'm so glad to see you on here, bro. When the Lakers was up 3-0, I ain't see you nowhere to be. I ain't see you, bro. I'm glad to see you on here. No, if they lose, it's LeBron. It's on LeBron. That's a big blemish, a humongous blemish on LeBron James record. So ain't enough help. He gotta throw the Superman suit on. If it's for one more time, he gotta throw the Superman suit on for sure. And D Lofton, you asking? I just gave you an answer, brother. If they lose, that's a humongous blemish on LeBron James record. A 3-0 lead. They gotta get to it, boy. You up 3-0, ain't no excuses. Nah, these last couple of games, I'm gonna be real with y'all. LeBron didn't play well in game 3. Um, he had like 8 turnovers. Now he had some big shots. He hit the 3. I can't call a game with 8 turnovers a great game. I can't. He had some good baskets and stuff like that. That game 3, 8 turnovers. I can't call that a great game. So it's too many. I like efficient um basketball when you don't win. I like when people take care of the ball. And as LeBron has gotten older, I've realized he throws passes. He throws a lot more ill-advised passes. The first 2 games he played extremely well. And that was the height of this series for him. The first 2 games played extremely well. He controlled the pace of the game and everything. Kind of reminiscent of how I used to watch him control the pace of the game when he was like in Cleveland and when he was in Miami, right? So yeah, I did, but the last couple of games, like I ain't watched last night game, so I can't really game 4 was horrible. I didn't watch last night's game, so I could because I was at work. So I can't really pinpoint exact things, but I saw he went 0 for 6 from 3. What he shot like 9 for 20? What did he shoot last night? 9 for 20, 8 for 20. What did he shoot? I know you went 0 for 6 from 3. And all right now, that's too many damn threes. Especially when you missing. Go to the cup. He went like 7 of 10 from the line, so he missed 3 free throws. Bron ain't never been a great free throw shooter. At least want to make 8 out of 10, at least, right? Like I can't expect him to hit 10 out of 10. Because he just never has been like a great free throw shooter. He been like average for real. 9 out of 20 ain't horrible at all, but 0 for 6 from 3. At some point, just keep going to the cup. You know what I'm saying? Keep going to the cup. Because hey, the shot ain't falling at this point, especially when you see. Because at this, he got to realize too. I know Austin Reeves was doing a lot of shooting. Sometimes you got to let a guy shoot themselves into the game. You got to let them say, you got to let the person shoot themselves into the game sometimes. But y'all just told me Austin Reeves went 4 of 15. So 4 of 15? Nah. At some point, Bron got to be like, all right, give me the ball. Let me just keep attacking. Luke Kennard, what he had 2 points last night. Yeah. So when you see your role players is not really on, and the main star, the second option, who is now the first option, when he ain't shooting well, he gotta just say, man, look, I'm finna go to the cup. We finna have to go to the cup, and I'm finna make them stop me. Either you gonna foul me, send me to the line, or I'm gonna miss. Either I'm gonna make the shot, I'm gonna miss, or you gonna foul me. You know. But I did see that Houston, they was hitting a lot of damn threes. Houston was hitting a lot of threes. Now, again, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what the Lakers defense was like. Y'all hit the like button for me too, because I've been on here and I ain't told y'all to hit the like button one time. I ain't told y'all to hit the like button one time, so that's crazy. But yeah, though, I've been seeing that I saw that the Houston Rockets, Houston made a lot of threes. And when they making them shots, yeah, you better return it. Or try to stop them. Damn, I don't know. Because I saw the stat sheet. I'm like, they hitting three. What's the boy, Reed Shepard? I think I seen Reed Shepard balling. He stripped Braun at the end of the game, too. He got a strip on Braun. The game was like 95 and 99 or something like that. No, it wasn't 95, 91. It was like 91 to 95 or something like that. And he stripped the ball from LeBron. Said Chappelle was all against people taking Saudi money until he realized people was getting paid and he wanted some. Okay. Yeah, I gotta see what people been saying about that too. Say it was October of last year. Okay. The Lakers can't check Eason and Jabari Smith. They have nobody to match up with those two, and that's what's hurting the Lakers the last 3 games. Yeah, Jabari Smith been going off too. I seen that. Then they got nobody to match up with them. Yeah, so they gonna have to figure it out. Cause I'm telling you right now, Houston got momentum right now. Now they feel like they can beat the Lakers. When a team feel like they can win like that, what? It is exactly. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I remember it was a little different because Golden State was up 3-1. LeBron and won the next game. Once they won game 6, like like momentum was all in the Cavs' favor. That's why LeBron started talking shit to Steph Curry after he blocked his shot in that game 6. Cause he knew, like I don't know. Basketball is just a game of momentum, man. When you go into hiding, never, never. That's why I came on here this morning and told y'all about That's why I came on here this morning and told y'all I was gonna go live. I don't go into hiding. So nah. But yeah, basketball is a game of momentum. And again, when the Cavs won that game 6, they knew they could beat Golden State at that point. They didn't care that they was playing in Golden State home at all. They knew they could beat them at that point. So that's why LeBron started talking crazy to Steph in game 6. Because he felt like I got these dudes. Bron had 41, I think, that game. That because that what was that? Game 5, he had 41. Game 6, he had 41 points. So what I'm saying is Houston got momentum right now. You do not want to lose game 6 and have it going to game 7. Even if it's in LA. You don't want that. You do not want that. Them boys gonna be primed up and they're gonna be fired up. So again, if I'm LeBron James, if I'm anybody, and I'm not just LeBron, but If if I'm on the Lakers roster, well, if I'm the coach, I'm telling them, like, y'all better fight and claw with everything y'all got. All them silly little errant passes got to end. Brothers got to rebound. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got to defend with everything in them. Because if you lose that game 6, I'm telling you right now, I do not feel confident that the Lakers will win that game 7 at all. At all, even though they at home. Because just basketball is a game of momentum. And is once momentum is in the other team's hands, it's kind of it's hard to shake. I see y'all going at it about Dave Chappelle. But let me ask y'all this. What celebrity do y'all think really what celebrity do you say facts? They gotta play desperate game 6 because it's scary. It's definitely scary hours. You gotta ball out right now. You gotta treat game 6 like it's game 7. Ain't no we are just winning at the crib. We got another game. Like, hell no. You gotta have a sense of urgency all the way around. And it starts with LeBron James. Because even though Austin Reeves on paper has been the second option, he said if this go game 7, KD playing game 7. KD definitely playing. If it go to 7, KD definitely playing. I don't know if Luka gonna be ready though, because they making it seem like Luka not even they making it seem like that. Well, they don't got no timetable for Luka right now. That's what they making it seem like. We know sometimes that's just basketball talk. But yeah, I don't know. But if we go game 7, KD definitely coming back for games. So they have got to win game. They got to treat game 6. Because I do not feel confident at all that the Lakers will win a game 7. At all. I'm telling you that right now. But what was I going to say though? I said, who do y'all feel like? What celebrity do y'all think is like not a capitalist? What celebrity do y'all think is really not a capitalist? Because even I be thinking like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'll be looking like when I look at these concert tickets and shit like that, I be like, and this is egregious, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be looking at concert tickets and shit like, man, mom's gotta really be out here about to go broke to go to these concerts. Ain't no way the concert should be this high, man. So, I don't know, man. It's tough out here. Dave has built his entire brand off being the truth teller. Again, you can't brand yourself that, and when the check is big enough, you're selling out like a Taylor Swift concert. Well, yeah, I remember when Dave basically refused to. Remember when he went to Africa, and I remember how people championed Dave as like the people. They made him the people's champion, the voice of reason. They made him the anti-establishment guy. Right? I remember them. Basically, he was saying he refused to sell out. He refused to put on a dress. He refused to do all these type of things for $1. He gave up $50 million for a Chappelle show for another season of the Chappelle show to maintain his dignity and pride, and that was people love that about Dave, right? So yeah, if he went and took, he said, y'all really got to stop feeling like people are attacking y'all person because we are calling out celebrities y'all like. I mean, yeah, and that's another thing too. Cause y'all know Jay is my favorite rapper. It's my favorite rapper. I'm never gonna tell y'all it's not. But it's hard to ignore certain stuff that Jay has done. It's hard to ignore certain stuff that Jay be blatant with it though. Jigga is blatant with the capitalism. Like it's to the point where like he don't care. He care, about you calling him a capitalist, but he don't really care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always laugh, though. I promise you. I remember that time when I had to make that video. But when he when he took that money from the NFL to do the halftime show, after he told Jermaine Dupri now not to perform at the Super Bowl, right? And then when he struck a deal with Roger Goodell now, I remember when I made that video, I said, man. And again, it was just so that was just blatant, right? And I remember where people got upset with me for saying, and I'll tell you, Jigga my favorite rapper, so it's not like I have a personal um it's not like I have a personal vendetta against Jigga at all, right? Like, no. Listen, Black Album, I listen to that all the time. But yeah, getting a deal with Roger Goodell after telling everybody don't perform, we ain't performing at the Super Bowl is crazy. Um, I'm a Corey Holcomb fan. Now Corey, yeah, y'all know I be getting on Corey. But I always say how Corey is a hilarious dude. He's funny. He just do a lot of flow shit as far as like stuff that I don't feel is he does things that I don't think is solid, right? He does things that I strongly disagree with. He does things that are very distasteful, right? As well as Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Now Black Maul don't like when I be talking about Curtis 50 Cent. Black Maul don't like when I talk about Fifth though. He don't agree with me when I talk about Fifth, but Fifth be doing a lot of, and again, Fifth was one of my favorite rappers growing up. I watched the Power TV shows, right? But Fifth do a lot of flaw shit. He do a lot of flaw stuff. But people let him rock and get away with it because they love to Get Rich or Die Trying, right? And I love Get Rich or Die Trying. I gotta get my hair cut. I'm out here looking crazy. I love Get Rich or Die Trying. 50 never claimed to be a truth teller like Chappelle. Well, I'm not saying 50 is a capitalist though. That's not my angle, rap guy. I'm just saying 50 does a lot of bullshit, and people let him rock out because we love Get Rich or Die Trying or we love Power TV shows, and I don't believe in that, man. He does a lot of things that I just do not think is upstanding. He does a lot of things I don't think is upstanding at all. Even though I love that album, I love the G Unit albums, I love the Massacre, right? You know what I'm saying? But you do a lot of flaw stuff, or stuff that I think is just very distasteful and not honorable at all. So again, even with me, because you would think that I never liked 50 by the criticisms that I have of him. But no, uh I was a person that really, really I had G Unit tank tops, bro. And G Unit clothes as a kid. I had the video game, bro. But as you get older, you just see I mean, you gotta call it out. It's like when LeBron did that Lorraine Motel shoe. I didn't even know nothing about it till y'all told me. And I said that's absolutely flaw as hell. Super capitalistic, uber capitalistic, and distasteful, right? I ain't know nothing about it till y'all told me about it. And I'm probably because I don't keep up with shoes. I'm not a shoe guy. I've never been a shoe guy at all. And y'all know, I think I told y'all, my people couldn't afford to give me a whole bunch of different shoes. So I never was a sneakerhead. Said, how was Chicago doing 50's run? You heard 50 coming out of every car, bro. I'm gonna say this, man. 50 Cent Mania was something that I've never experienced anything like that in my lifetime. Like you really had to, and I always tell younger people this. Um, Now you had to have been living during that time period to understand what I'm talking about. 50 was so big, bro. You couldn't go nowhere without hearing his music. You couldn't turn on the TV without seeing his videos. You couldn't he was everywhere, bro. I mean, from the TRL, 106 in Park, VH1, everybody in all these different countries knew his music. He was a phenomenon. So, I mean, he had his sneakers actually sold. Like I'm a Jigga, my favorite rapper, but I've never seen nobody wearing them S. Dot Carters. I never really seen nobody wearing them shoes. But I saw people actually wearing them G Unit, them G Unit sneakers, bro. Like I actually saw people wearing them. I wanted to wear them. So like, yeah, man, that was something else, bro. 50. Yeah, and I do think that yeah, 50 had a video game that like, and I do think it was a combination of many different things, bro. The music, how catchy his hooks were, um, his image, right? The street image, his story, the authenticity of his story, um, the fact that he was running with Dr. Dre, he was on rapping over Dre beats, and he was rolling with Eminem. Eminem, and I always tell y'all, Marshall Mathers, bro. His Eminem's appeal to the world was so powerful. He can co-sign anybody, but he didn't just co-sign. It wasn't like 50 was Bizarre from D12. 50 was actually a excellent songwriter. He could make excellent songs for real. 50 knew how to make songs for real and make hit records. Couple that with the backing of Eminem, man. What? And Dre. It was like, yeah, it was crazy. Fifth again, you're right. Fifth hooks were extraordinary. That's what made him a great song. Those hooks were absolutely fire. However, Jada was correct. Them 8 shots gave him a career. Yeah. Hey, no, for real. And that checkmate was Jada Kid's checkmate was phenomenal. 50 was just too big for it to hurt him like that, man. And Kiss wasn't big enough for it to land like that. Like you ever that's why I'm saying rap battles, bro. Rap battles, fam. Sometimes it's about who you going against. And if their star power is equivalent to yours, as dope as Kiss always was, Kiss his star power it could not mirror 50's at all. So it didn't hurt Fifth, even though Kiss diss track was extraordinary. It was dope, right? Same way with Pusha T, the story of Adidon. I mean, people felt it and people was raving about it, but Pusha T wasn't a big enough artist for it to really hurt Drake. It took for Kendrick Lamar, a guy who has a phenomenal backing and a phenomenal fan base. It took for Kendrick to really hurt Drake. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, bro, I wish I was really present. Because the second round knockout, did that really hurt? When Cannabis diss LL, did that really hurt LL? It might not have hurt LL. It probably hurt LL to hip hop fans, like really real hip hop fans. But it didn't hurt LL because Cannabis wasn't big enough. But we know he lost that. We know he lost that for real. You said that second round knockout made LL rap again. Yeah, we know he lost it, but like, yeah, it wasn't. Cannabis wasn't big enough to really like damage him for real in a way of like to get him not to rap no more. I mean, to get him like to get people to go against him per se. They got a Rick Ross versus French Montana. Man, Ross all day. Y'all know how I feel about French. Y'all know how I feel about French. Got a couple songs that's cool. Y'all know I ain't never been no French Montana fan at all. At all. No. I don't. French don't got no memorable verse to me. He got some songs, got a little cool, whatever, but and some decent, nice production. But Ross, what? Ross got a fun. His pen is dope. Ross got a phenomenal pen to me. Like I mean, he's not no ultra lyricist, but the imagery when he's rapping, he make a lot of he make luxury trap music. The imagery in his raps is really dope. Talking about Ross. He said, yeah, French can't beat no. Lockjaw was cool for sure, but French can't beat no Ross though. Not no verses. We gonna play shot caller, pop that. Ross got see this the thing with French. French be having 20-second verses. Hold on, you talking about that everything gonna be all right. You talking about that Charlie X? Everything gonna be all right. Rose wrote that hook. Now watch me rip the tap in your arm. He did go off. What did he say? Hit you in the groin, stick you for what your stick you for your vanguard award in front of your mom first and second, or your he say in front of your mom first, second, and third born. Make your wife get on the horn. Call Minister Farrakhan. He was going in. You right. And Lockjaw fire because of Kodak. True enough. Same way that Unforgivable song is fire because of Sway Lee. Sway Lee made that dang on Unforgettable song fire. We all know that. And I ain't like LL response to Cannabis like that. It wasn't no. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, yo. How you doing, no? I hear you, man. Said Unforgettable was 100%. It was, bro. 100% Sway Lee. We all know that was Sway Lee. All right, no. Said friend said he tried talking to Kodak on the set of that Loudjaw music video. Friend said he tried talking to Kodak on the set of that Lockjaw music video and Kodak growled at him. Oh, I hope Kodak get off them drugs because he makes great music. Kodak make great music. I really enjoy Kodak's music. Many people may not feel that way. I really enjoy his music though. But y'all know I be feeling like French Montana be cheating. He be on a song, bro, and he like this is what he do. He got like a 20-second verse. And he be having 5 other people on the track with him. To the point where you don't even remember French verse. Stay Scheming, right? Is that French song? Whose song is that? Stay Scheming. People French got the least quotable verse on the song. Watch the body drop when you hit the head. Kodak be saying some Yak do be saying some he do be saying some butter biscuit type stuff. You right. It's raw song. Stay Scheming is raw song. I'm tripping. Okay. He said, did French have a verse on Stay Scheming? Yes, he did. And that's how y'all don't even know he had a verse on that song. Cause his verse like 15 seconds. You know? French stole unforgettable. Yeah, hope for that. Now, first of all, and that's another thing too, because that was supposed to be Sway Lee's song, right? But Jeremiah wrote that though, right? Like he wrote the song. Jeremiah wrote that song, but I think did he gave it to Sway Lee? I believe that's what happened. He gave it to Sway. He wrote the song, but he gave it to Sway. He said French Montana funny as hell. Is he? All I know he says, that's all I know he say. Only thing I remember French was saying Dwight Howard on the that's definitely what he said. Dwight Howard on the post, dog. That's all he was saying. Ah, ah. Hey, French had a song called Paranoid, right? And a dude from Chicago named Johnny May Cash wrote that song. French filled in his verses. Right. French wrote his verses, but Johnny May Cash wrote that hook and all of that, right? And French bought it from Johnny May Cash. Johnny May Cash is Young Chop, Young Chop's brother. Y'all know Young Chop, the producer. Johnny May Cash passed away. He passed away, but that was Young Chop's brother, older brother. So yeah, French gave Sway a meal for that. Didn't know about Jay. Jeremiah wrote the song though. Sway was just singing on that one though. Well, I could be wrong. Jeremiah wrote the hook, I believe. He wrote the hook for it. Yeah, they can't lose no 3-0 lead, bro. They can't lose no 3-0 lead, fam. Young Chop, yeah, Chop. Chop was always doing the beats for Keith, beats for Dirk. Um, did some beats for Bibby and Herb and them at the beginning of their careers. So yeah, Chop lost his mind a little bit though after his mom passed away and his brother passed away. Chop did kind of lost himself a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. He said I'm gonna have to report Scap attack if the Lakers lose. I'm still gonna be talking shit. His boy better not his boy Jokic better not lose to Io now. Hey, hold on, I don't even know. Damn, when did the Timberwolves play tonight? What's the series? What is the series on that? Charles the best year. He gonna get on here. That damn LeBron James. Dude from Chicago. He gonna be talking about me. Dude from Chicago. Where you at? Dude from Chicago. I'm finna come in at Cleveland Brown. I'm right here, boy. Chop got shot at in the Uber. Cause Chop started wilding out, man. You said I gotta watch this video. What video? Hold on. Minnesota up 3-2. Io better not get Jokic and them up out of here. Cause if Io get if Io get him up out of there, what? It's a video of Mace talking about Clay and the Meg breakup, and the title saying he called Clay a light skinned. You know, Cam and Mace are crazy. They are very ignorant though. They can be very entertaining, but also very ignorant. Two things could be true. Cam and Mace can be very entertaining and very ignorant all at the same time. Charlie X, you know, Chicago going crazy over Io because we didn't want the Bulls to trade Io. First of all, I don't know what the Bulls doing. We got a whole bunch of second round picks, bro. A ton. Like we got like 8 second round picks, bro. And like I have no idea what direction we going in. I don't know what's the end game. Io was playing very well this year, leading into the trade, leading into the All-Star break, right? Um, yeah, we going into the All-Star break. Io playing well, and I'm like, they trading Io? Like what? I get okay, you trade Vucevic, trade Vooch, cool. All right, I didn't want them to trade Kobe White, but all right, but Io, the youth, Io playing well, like man. Well, we going crazy about Io though, man. Definitely, especially my high school, Morgan Park High School, cause Io went to my high school, man. Southside Chicago kid, man. Inglewood kid, man. Like what? We we was like, what? Io finna get a bag now though. I'm gonna tell you that much. If he no matter what happens this series, Io about to get paid. No matter what happens this series, he about to get paid some money. Right? Like, so yeah. Yeah, I know Ant-Man Yo Gatto, man. Hopefully, man, I'm gonna be real. Hopefully, because I don't know. They say he out for some weeks, right? Ant-Man. Damn. So even if Minnesota wins the series, he still ain't gonna be available for next round at all either. See, I thought now everybody thought the Bulls was trying to get Giannis. We all thought that, right? But but I don't know, man. I didn't want them to trade Io too. I said, well, damn, Io. Said Calais Campbell, right? He's still getting deals, man. That's like Von Miller. Von Miller still signing contracts and shit like, dog, what? Von Miller came into the league when I was in graduating high school. 2011, I think, right? Like Von came in 2011 draft. Von Miller still getting deals and shit like, what is going on? Von was a dog. There's no question about it. Hey, no, let me see though, because I could be too. How many sacks Von had last year? How many sacks did Von have last season? Why I feel like Von had about 7, 8 sacks last year. Maybe I'm tweaking. I could be wrong. How many sacks did Von Miller have last year? He could. I felt like he might have had 7, 8 sacks last year. So I graduated 20 years ago. Calais Campbell rookie year was the year two after I graduated. Von had 9 sacks last year. You know what I'm saying? What the? He finna get another contract. The Bears would, boy. We wish we can get somebody. Bears, bro. We ain't had no pass rush. No pass rush at all. So like, Vaughn out here still, he finna get 26 tackle, 16 solo. He gonna get another bag. Vaughn finna get another bag, boy. Khalil Mack definitely still in the lead. And I think Khalil might have had 8 sacks or 9. How many sacks Khalil Mack had last year? Khalil still in the lead. But bro, Vaughn came in 2011. 2011. I graduated high school 2011. May 2011, I graduated high school. I always like Vaughn. Though. Vaughn would, boy, let me tell you something. They had my boy Cam Newton in hell, in absolute hell the night they played the Panthers in the Super Bowl. Woo, I was rooting for Cam. I was rooting for Cam too, boy. I was rooting for Cam all the way. And Vaughn them had my boy in hell. I said, oh, shit. Vaughn got 2 Super Bowls too. He won one in Denver and he won with the Rams. Right? He said the Mace Frank Gore retired. Along they made Frank Gore retire 2 years ago. The league was like, look, take your I fool with Frank Gore, man. He said, shout out to Vaughn though. Vaughn to still have the dedication to play at that level, especially like a contact sport like football, bro. Like to still have a motivation to still play at a high level at that, like after being in the league for so long, is real. Cause my boy, Aaron Donald, he did his 10 years bowed out gracefully. Like, all right, cool. I'm already a first ballot Hall of Famer. He won a Super Bowl. He did everything he wanted to do. He went home. Like, I'm not gonna be around here. I'm done. I want to go back home and leave the game with all my faculties and chill with his wife and, you know, keep growing a family. He like, I'm cool. Vaughn, like, well, also, Vaughn not married either. Vaughn be having baby mama issues and shit. He be having issues with his girlfriends and shit and baby mama issues. Man, speaking of that, we gotta talk about Fujiano and Gucci. Cause I got a video that's about to drop about that whole situation. So I met Aaron Donald. That's a strong ass dude. I can believe it, boy. But y'all remember Fujiano signed to Gucci, man? Baby mama ain't shit. She won't let me see my son. That song got like 175 million views, y'all. 175 million views that song got, right? And so he said, you got baby mamas, you gotta keep playing. Said, damn, Fujiano trying to rob Gucci too? No. So what happened is Fujiano, as soon as he got out of jail, like a day or two after getting out of jail, he changed his profile picture on Instagram to Pooh Shiesty's mugshot, right? He changed his profile picture to Pooh Shiesty mugshot. And then not only that, he posted like somebody tagged him in a story and was like, we basically saying like, we going home. I mean, we doing our time and taking accountability like a man. We doing our time and coming home to our family without sending other people to jail. We don't do that rat stuff. We don't do no ratting or none of that. And Fujiano shared that post on his story, right? Clearly showing he is not aligned with Gucci Mane LaFleur. Now he's still signed to Gucci, but he's showing he has no allegiance to Gucci for real, right? And all that had me thinking, hey, them young boys don't like Gucci. They don't like him. And I don't know, he did something. Because I don't think that's just Fujiano just trying to stick to the street code by putting his Pooh Shiesty as his profile picture, his avatar on Instagram. I think Gucci did something to them boys where they don't like him. Cause to see how they used to look up to Gucci, how they used to look like they was in awe around Gucci, how they was like just looking like they was around their big brother or something. To see this take a complete turn, Gucci was doing something to them or saying some stuff to them that they didn't like, or talking to them crazy. And what kind of deal do he got them in where they flipping on him like this? Cause to get out of jail and immediately change your profile picture to Pooh Shiesty, knowing he robbed Gucci and put guns on Gucci and all of that, like it's something like he doing something where them boys do not like him at all. Cause again, to see them completely flip, you could have never told me before Pooh Shiesty went to jail, the way Gucci used to be around Pooh Shiesty and Pooh Shiesty used to be smiling at Gucci and they all used to be in pictures together. You couldn't have paid me to tell me. I wouldn't have believed that Pooh Shiesty pulled guns on Gucci. knowing how he used to look, how they Pooh used to look like he was in awe of Gucci. And you remember during the verses, when Gucci was doing the verses against Jeezy, Pooh Shiesty was talking crazy about Jeezy, talking shit like he had a gun on him. He was talking wild and reckless, ready to ride out for WAP, ready to ride out for Gucci at the verses. Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 and them was ready to ride out for Gucci if necessary. And to think that they look at how they with Gucci. Look at what happened now. They didn't win and rob Gucci, right? They don't even look at him the same way. Gucci got them in a horrible contract. He not paying them boys appropriately. Cause I remember some dude Gucci tried to sign some artist for $50,000, right? And had him in some type of crazy deal. And I don't care. Signing a record deal for $50,000 is today time, unless you just a dude with 2 songs, right? And real like just one hit, one little song. Yeah. So, but if they signed to Leor or David Geffen, they wouldn't be acting like that. Now they wouldn't though, right? But see, this is the thing though. They don't look at Gucci as a CEO. They look at Gucci as a street dude, right? So in their mind, they never thought Gucci was ever gonna like the police was ever gonna get involved because uppity uppity Negro, what's going on? Because they don't look at him. They thought they can do whatever to Gucci because they felt like he a street dude and not a CEO. So they felt like the police was never gonna get involved or nothing. They could do whatever because Gucci a street dude like me. So he ain't gonna he ain't gonna he ain't gonna report me to the police because he a street dude like me and I can handle this like the streets, right? They didn't look at him like a CEO. But they know if they run up on David Geffen or run up on what's the other boy name? With Leo, if they run up on Leo Cohen, oh man, they know they calling the police. They know they going to jail. They just didn't think they was gonna go to jail with Gucci. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all. My bad. My bad. 1 second, y'all. Cause we back. We back. Hold on. Hold on. All right, we back, y'all. We back. And you said the question is Gucci allowed to be a regular civilian now? I mean, when you ask if he's allowed, you're saying is it acceptable for him to say he's a civilian? I don't know, right? He can say that. Am I muted? Can y'all hear me? You said you was muted. All right. Congrats to John Wall for becoming the president of basketball operations at Howard. That's dope. Shout out to Howard and shout out to John Wall for staying rooted in DC, man. Shout out to John Wall for being rooted in DC. So here's the thing. Y'all know Big Bank. Big Bank. What's the name of that podcast that Big Bank does? Cause Big Bank, he was on a podcast and somebody asked Big Bank, what would you have done if you was Gucci? Right? Big Bank said I would have taken my L. I wouldn't have made that song. He said I wouldn't have made that song. And he said because Gucci robbed so many people back. Basically, he was like big facts is what it's called. Big facts, right? Yep. And he was like basically saying that Gucci was robbing people back in the day. And people took their L. When Gucci robbed them, people just took their L, right? And so he was looking at it from the standpoint of, well, Gucci, people took their L when you robbed them. Why you didn't take your L? Now, granted, them people could have told on Gucci too if they wanted to, right? But I guess they tried to stay true to the street code and not tell, right? Because Gucci supposed to have robbed Big Bang Homie, and he supposed to have robbed. He got out on French Montana too, from what I know. But I remember BMF dudes saying that Gucci was robbing people so much back in the day, they didn't allow him. Big Meech and them didn't allow him to be BMF because he was robbing so many people that they didn't really want to do like that amongst their crew, right? They didn't want to do like that amongst their crew because Gucci was robbing people so much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's kind of like I understand Big Bang point though, cause he like, man, Gucci was robbing so many people, bro. Like, and they just took their L back in the day. So I get him saying that point too. Like, damn, Gucci robbed a lot of folks. The last interview he did on the Breakfast Club. Anybody seen that one? No, I didn't see that last interview he did. Nope. Cause Gucci has always been a shisty ass motherfucker. I don't care what nobody say. That's why I really don't feel. I'm be real with y'all, bro. I don't. I don't feel like. I don't feel like super bad for Gucci in this situation. What Pooh Shiesty and them did was horrible. It was silly. It was dumb. And they need to be in jail 100%, all the way, all the way. But I don't really feel bad like that for Gucci because Gucci was robbing so many people back in the day. He has been a shiesty individual for such a long time. And I didn't like how people would always make him out to be this superhero, like he was Black Panther, like he was T'Challa, right? Like he was the ultimate goon that'll come, you know. Now I feel I right, you do, Black Mall. I feel bad for the employees of the studio, 100%, because they had nothing to do with any of that. I feel bad for them all the way. So yes, I agree with that. Because them people didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Now Gucci, on the other hand, for as much robbing he was doing back in the day, at some point it's gonna come back to you. Yeah, Charlemagne would call him the boogeyman of rap. Yes. And that's why, and I guess is why I felt like I I kept pointing out how like how Gucci was acting, how he been acting ignorant all over the years because people would always applaud Gucci's ignorance. Like people loved the way he acted so ignorant. And I thought it was so silly, right? People would always talk about they was I mean, people hood dudes would talk about how Gucci is the biggest killer you ever seen in your life. You know what I'm saying? People would always talk like that. Like Gucci was just the biggest savage you ever seen. And they would applaud his ignorant ways. And I was like, even though I'm a fan of Gucci, I'm a fan of Gucci and the mixtapes and all that. I thought it was silly for people to applaud the ignorant ways that he had because he's done so much wild stuff, bro. Like I'd be like, bro, what the hell? I remember back in the day, it was a girl named Mac Breezy. What was her name, bro? Trap music. What was old girl name? Was it Mac Breezy? What was her name? When that song Go Ahead, and Shawty got her ass on her. What was her name? Trap music. Was it Mac Breezy? Bro, he punched Mac Breezy. Punched her, right? Then I think he pushed Mac Breezy out of a moving car back in the day. Pushed her out of a moving car, right? Then, yeah, Mac Breezy. Yeah, I remember he punched her in the video and then pushed her out of moving car and shit back in the day. Um, Even when he went up there and told Angela Yee, I thought it was so ignorant for him to get up there and talking about Angela Yee. Angela Yee used to be on his dick back in the day. Said all that as a married man. Said all of that as a married man with a wife. It wasn't her in the car. Okay, it wasn't Mac Breezy. My fault. It wasn't Mac Breezy. Who he pushed out the car? What girl he pushed out that car? Right? Then when he went up there calling DJ Envy all not when he did that interview with Charlemagne, calling DJ Envy all type of PUSSYs for no reason. For no reason. Other than I guess because he felt like Envy was gonna side with Angela Yee. He was gonna defend Yee or he was gonna roll with Yee. He called Envy all type of crazy, all out his name, all type of PUSSYs, all type of stuff. Right? It's just like he do a lot of crazy stuff. And I'd be like, bro, I just didn't, I don't know, man. He has a long history of being ignorant. So the same way, y'all know Big 30. Um, Pooh Shiesty, homie Big 30. When Big 30 posted that picture, um, when Big 30 posted that picture of Pooh Shiesty and Gucci and was giving them props, saluting them. Gucci commented under the picture, Cap, dude, I only met you once. I only met you once, dude. Basically telling him I only met you once. Like, don't. Gucci was talking to him crazy for no reason. I only met you once, dude. I don't know you. Like, what? He was just showing you love and showing his homeboy Pooh Shiesty love. And Gucci get under the comments trying to embarrass him for absolutely no reason. None. So yeah, man, it's just Stuff like that, bro. That's why I believe Big 30 probably didn't care about rolling with Pooh Shiesty. Because Gucci tried to embarrass Gucci tried to embarrass him in the comments of his Instagram post, right? And he said when Pooh Shiesty and them asked Gucci what that was about, Gucci apologized, right? But he was really trying to sun Gucci. Gucci be doing a lot of wild stuff, y'all. Like, they said when Gucci tried to sign this one artist for $50,000, he tried to sign an artist for $50,000, and the dude declined Gucci's offer. Gucci blocked dude. I'm sorry. Gucci blocked dude because dude didn't want to sign his record label. Gucci went and blocked him immediately. I was like, yo, what the heck? So WAP is very ignorant and he's very obnoxious. He's an obnoxious person all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is what I'm saying. Ain't no telling. I don't know if he might have said something to them dudes at some point or treated them a little wild or a little disrespectful to where they don't like him. You know, he might have said something wild to them. Yeah, Rain G. I don't think they cloning Gucci Mane LaFleur, bro. If they gonna clone somebody, I think Gucci would be the last person they trying to clone. Not him. Not Gucci. No. Somebody else, but nah, they not cloning WAP now. But yeah, but when I saw Food, I said, man, what did Gucci say to these dudes or do to these dudes that they want to get down on him so bad or they don't like him? Because that I don't care. Fujiano putting that picture up of Pooh Shiesty of his mug shot after robbing Gucci. I'm like, they don't like Gucci. Yeah, they must feel like Gucci ain't paying them appropriately. They feel like he robbing them or he got him in a crazy contract or he didn't say something crazy to them where they don't like him. Because I was like, that's crazy. But here's the thing, though. I do think Fujiano showed his hand too early. Because if I'm still signed to a dude, I'm not showing that I don't rock with him off bat. I'm not showing that immediately. I'm doing it. We gonna have to do this another way. I don't know. Because ain't no telling he might try to F me over even more. Even more. Right? I don't know. I don't know what route I would take, but yeah. So they need to go to court like everybody else. True enough. Handle it in court. I'm with you. Go to court and handle your business. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one, trap music. You said Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty are from Memphis like Gotti. Don't sleep on the influence Gotti. Uh, you said Gotti has over them. But here's the thing though. Why I'm not sleeping on that. But for what reason would they go inside with Gotti for? Oh, and the one, considering how strong they was riding with Gucci. Well, I know Pooh Shiesty one. Pooh Shiesty didn't like that what happened with him and his cousin Big Scar, with Gucci and Big Scar's family after Big Scar overdosed on some what was it, some fentanyl laced pills. Say you saying he didn't sign them when Gucci and Gotti were up? That's when Gucci went into Memphis. You said that was a strategic move, huh? Yeah, and considering And it's crazy because Bricks is a song I used to love, right? Remember Bricks balling like an athlete, but got no jumpers. Bricks, all white bricks. That was the joy. Gucci and Gotti into it over Keisha Kaur, formerly known as Keisha Dior. That's why they into it with each other. Cause allegedly Gotti messed around with Keisha at some point. And he didn't know that Gucci was like, I don't think she was with Gucci. Like when he messed with her, she wasn't with Gucci. Like that wasn't Gucci chick yet. But I think Gucci was into her in a certain way, right? Like Gucci was into her in a certain way. I don't think she was Gucci chick yet. But Gotti messed around with Keisha and Gucci got mad about it, right? Because, maybe he was into her and he was wanting to make that his lady beforehand and he found out and he got mad about it. Yeah. He said Rocco took Future to court. They ordered Future to give Rocco 4 albums royalties. It worked for everybody to go to court. So to get mad, she F's on dude before you just threw. And it is true, right? Because Gotti didn't mess from my understanding, he didn't mess with Keisha when Keisha was with Gucci. That was before her and Gucci, because Keisha used to be in videos before. I believe that was her and that. Remember that I'ma need you to say something, baby. Wasn't that Keisha? Was that Keisha Kaur in that video with Timberland? The scene with Timberland at the table. Wasn't that Keisha Kaur, Keisha Dior? But she used to be in videos though. Period. Gotti messed with her before. You say yes, that was her. That was her in that video. Yeah. And Gucci mad because I guess he fell away because that's the girl he like, and he mad that Gotti mess with mess with her at some point. Like Gotti didn't mess with her during the time that she was with Gucci, But I guess Gucci mad because him and Gotti was cool, and I don't know. Like, yeah. I'm trying to think, did Gucci find out after he was already with Keisha or something? I don't know, man. Black Mall, you can't sit there and tell that to Gucci talking about some Gotti the reason why she do the stuff you like. Maybe because it's Gotti. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. But it really Gucci got mad over the fact that Gotti used to be with her. But Gotti said, man, I ain't know that was, a girl he was like, into, because maybe Gucci knew Keisha around the time that Gotti messed with her, but he wasn't with her. He wasn't with her though. Maybe Gucci was like looking at her as a potential interest, right? And Gotti got her, and Gucci felt the way about it. Now he just hate Gotti. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. We're gonna be honest. I didn't like how Dolph handled that Gotti situation, in my opinion. Now I couldn't. Maybe I don't know everything, but bro, Gotti, Dolph was so happy he smashed Gotti's baby mama. He would talk about that so wild and so obnoxiously, so ignorantly over and over again. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Right? Like, it was like he was trying to poke at Gotti over and over again. And a lot of people felt that he said pillow talking is lame for anyone, especially men, though. Yes, for sure. But like, I felt like Dolph handled that all wrong. And he was poking at Gotti over and over again. Over and over again. Like he would talk crazy about smashing up. Dolph would start talking crazy. And there are a lot of people who felt like Gucci put a battery in Dolph's back for Dolph to go so crazy on Gotti like that. There are people who believe that Dolph befriending Gucci. Gucci put a battery in Dolph's back to bomb on Gotti like that. Because Gotti could never really explain why he don't mess with. I mean, Dolph could never. When they asked Dolph why he don't like Gotti, he like, man, he started talking about his own artist to me and trying to downplay his own artist when he was trying to sign me, right? Then he say stuff like, he never had a real reason what Gotti did to him to make him dislike Gotti. Man, he want me to be up under him. I ain't no peon. I ain't no peewee. He want me to be up under him. I was like, no, what did he say to you, though? What did he do to you to make you want to bomb on him so bad? Right? Like, okay, we get it. You slept with his baby mama. But what did he do to you to make you so swole up in the chest about him? I never understood what I'm being for real with y'all, being transparent. I never understood why Dolph was so mad at Gotti, and for him to blatantly always talk crazy about Gotti, smashing Gotti baby mama. He would just do that on random songs, and Gotti was doing that. Dolph would do that as a man who had a woman at home. Now, granted, all right, rappers rap about smashing girls all the time, but I just like, damn, okay, you steady talking about smashing Gotti baby mama. You got an old lady at home, and you keep doing that. Like he kept poking at Gotti. And I was like, what is he doing? Right? Like I just didn't understand it. And Dolph could never say what Gotti did to him specifically that made him not like him so much. Like I don't to this day I don't know what it was. Okay, you didn't like that he was talking down on some of his artists to you while trying to sign you. That's enough to bomb on him? Nah, that ain't why. Okay, you feel like, oh, he want me to sign to him so I can be up under him. He want me to be a peewee. What did he do to make it look like he was trying to sun you? You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not from Memphis. Well, Gotti was trying to blackball him. Gotti was trying, when he didn't want to sign to him, he said he don't like how Gotti moved. Right. He said he don't like how Gotti moved. He said something about not taking care of his family. Again, what they got to do with you though, Dolph? What do they have to do with Dolph though? Now, Gotti was using industry connections to keep Dolph at a certain level. Okay, so you saying because Dolph didn't want to sign with him, he was trying to keep Dolph below him, I guess, in a way. So I remember Gotti saying he could have started rapping about dope in detail 5 years before Jeezy did it. He said that. I remember Gotti saying he could have started rapping about dope 5 years before Jeezy did it. Okay, all right. Dolph was standing on principles as a man. Okay, if he's trying to blackball you, okay, cool, I get that. If you feel like he's trying to tell the industry connections, his industry connects to leave you alone and not rock with you, okay, I get that. Yeah, basically, now that's what Key Glock and Big Moochie Grape said. They are both, right? Them Dolph cousins, right? No, Key Glock is Dolph cousin, though. I know that. But you said they both are paper route, so take it with a grain of salt. You said basically that's what Key Glock and Big Moochie Grape said. I know, and Glock his cousin. So yeah. Waiting on my moment freestyle. He said that about Jeezy. Um, so I take that in like when somebody said it in a song. If he said it in when you said he could have been rapping about dope 5 years before Jeezy did it, saying it in a song is a little different than saying that in an interview to me. To me though, right? That's just maybe you popping some fly shit in a song, right? Saying it in an interview though, I could have been doing this before Jeezy. I could have been did it before Jeezy. Then okay, it sounds maybe I'm wrong, right? I think saying that in a song over a beat is a little different than saying that in an interview, right? Like I'm trying to think. We love Dolph and ATL. He came here and fit right in, a real hustler. Yeah, I know Dolph got a lot of people in Chicago. Dolph was born in Chicago. He got a lot of family in Chicago. A lot of people in Memphis, Chicago, people Chicago and Memphis heavily tied together. Some of it is because they got a lot of brothers of the struggle. Brothers of the struggle. They got a lot of brothers of the struggle in both cities, if you know what I mean. He said that's hating, bro. Yeah, I guess I gotta hear the verse. I gotta hear how he said it, right? Because I get your point. But sometimes a rapper can. I'm trying to think of a line where a rapper said something. Um, when Jay-Z said the line about Common, right? When he was like, basically, what was the line? We could have been common sense, you know. But once he made once he once he made that paper, he ain't been rapping like common sense, right? Is that a shot at Common, or is just him popping some fly shit? What that line? What's the exact line that Jigga said? There you go. Truly, I want to rap like common sense, but I made 8 mil and I ain't been rapping like common sense. Yeah, there you go. So when that is that line a shot at Common though? Is that hating on Common? How y'all feel about that line? Is that a shot at Common? See, yes, that's a Common shot. Is it though? Like a moment of clarity. Whoo! The hook, though, that hook is crazy. The way he's detailing all of his albums in the hook of the song. Woo! That hook on Moment of Clarity, vicious. That's a beautiful hook. I built a dynasty by being one of the realest niggas out, way beyond the reasonable doubt. that hook going through your albums. You said Jay is the king of shots, but that one was not a shot. Yeah, I don't think that was a shot at Common. I think that was just him saying that he wanted to take the conscious route, right? But if he took that conscious route, like once he made that money, he knew that he could never get that commercial success. He couldn't make that type of money and couldn't get that commercial appeal rapping like Common. And that's also true too. Common is a dope MC, right? And that's what he's saying. If it was all about skills, he would rap like Common, right? Because Common is phenomenal. They dope. But he knows just being conscious and if it just being conscious and rapping just with that, just like that, is not gonna get him the commercial success he wants. See, that's a shot. Don't let the Fishmaster Jay-Z trick you. Hey, so when Jigga say at the end of what's my song? What more can I say? When he say not I ain't get shot up a whole bunch of times or make up shit in a whole bunch of lines, and I ain't animated like say a Buster Rhymes. but the real shit you get when you bust down my lines. Like, is that a shot at Buster? Him saying he ain't animated, like say a Busta Rhymes. Low key though, when he said I ain't get shot up a whole bunch of times. When the Black album came out? 03? The end of 03? Cause was he talking about 50? Wait a minute. That was a 50 shot now. That was yeah. Now that was a shot at Phil. Now, but when he say he ain't animated like say a Busta Rhymes, I ain't think that was a shot at Busta though. Because like Busta is animated and Busta tell you that. And Jay is not animated at all. But that look, I ain't get shot up a whole bunch of times. Now I do see that though. That sounds like a shot at Fifth all the way. That does. And now hold on, my dog, what my dog say? Gotti basically saying I could have been did that shit. I was the one who was selling all the dope. I could have been rapping like I could have been doing what Jeezy was talking about. He said that's like now normally I would say that's hating though. Hoyt, you got me there. In any other situation, I would definitely say that's hating. Like, and if he would have said that in the interview too, I definitely would say it's hate. Maybe sometimes people be when you say something over a beat, sometimes I get a little lost in just the beat and how dope it sound, but yeah. Cause if he said it in an interview, I definitely would say that's hating. I'd be like, yeah, I could have been doing what Jeezy did. Nah. I don't like Ho Gotti. Just look at trap music, calling that boy Ho Gotti. Y'all know what dang on song I used to like? It was a diss to Dolph too. I don't know why. Black youngster, what you want down your birthday? You found your birthday. I don't know why. Mac, I watched a video of a woman saying how women are mad because Megan was giving all of the hoes hope. It's hard to agree with them points, man. It's hard to disagree. Well, it's like this too, though, right? Because, man, that whole conversation is just a plot for gender wars, man. And that's why I've stayed away from it, right? Because there are women who feel like, because, Meg went through a period where she was just messing with dudes like Tory Lanez. What's the other little boy name? The baby. And allegedly her music producer and stuff like that. Right. And there are women who feel like a woman shouldn't be judged off her sexual past. She should still be able to attain love. And so for them, seeing Megan have them moments, they felt like, oh man, she's still able to, she's still able of finding love even after that, right? And they did look at that and say, damn, okay, that's okay, we can find love too, right? Um, but then also there are men who are still mad about the Tory Lane stuff, who are celebrating her getting cheated on because they mad about the Tory Lane stuff. And there are also men who don't want women to think that you can have a sexual past and still get a fairy tale ending, right? Um, so it's man, it's a double-edged sword, right? There are women who are upset about it because they feel like Megan was showing that even if you do have a sexual past, that you can still find love, you can still find happiness even with that past. And and then you got dudes who are mad. There are certain guys who want women to know that your sexual past matters and you're not going to find happiness if you have the wrong type of sexual history. And there are some men who are just they don't like Megan because they want Tory Lanez to be free. So it's like a double-edged sword with that stuff, right? And all of it comes down to the fact that not all of it. Some of it comes down to the fact that I kept thinking about this. Black people look at sex completely different than white people, right? Like white women could have 80 bodies and the white dude will know and still marry her. Right? This is how it be. Um Black dudes, oh no. They ain't gonna marry you with that. Except white women have privilege on their side. But I think white people in general look at sex completely different than black people. White men will wife a woman who got a train ran on her. They will do that and be like, man, it's just sex, man. It's just sex, bro. Look at Adam 22. How he be letting his wife just do all type of sexual acts with other men and he'll record it and watch it and all that type of stuff. Some white men wouldn't do that if they knew she had 80 bodies. You're right, some white men wouldn't, but there are some who would. Most black men gonna be like, hell no, right? Like again, when you think of men who are like, so that's 50 or 80, right? You said white women can F whoever, whenever, because white tears for women is a real thing. Black women don't have that privilege. I see your point. So Adam is a cuck, yes. And I know we don't have percentages. Do y'all think how many black cucks do y'all know? Do you think do y'all think being a cuck is popular in the black community? Right? Like, do y'all think that's popular in the black community? Or prevalent in the black community like that? See, it's definitely more popular on the other side. Yeah. No, but I can't be with no woman be running around getting punished by different dudes and loving it. Yeah, exactly. Most men can't. Right? But like, I guess my point is saying that again, I just feel like white people look at sex completely different than black people. White boys, it's just sex. Black men ain't never gonna think, black people ain't never gonna think, or black men in general think, oh, if a woman, like white men would marry a woman that slept with their best friend, they'll still marry her. White men will marry a woman who slept with their best friend back in the day. Most black dudes not doing that. They not. Cause they thinking, damn, my homie saw you naked. He's had you in a vulnerable. He had you, he's been intimate with you. That's weird. This dude gonna be strange when we're all around each other. White men, like, it's just sex, man. Hey man, it's just sex, dude. It's just sex, bro. Hey, things happen. Things happen. You know. So I'm telling you, Mac, it ain't gonna be it's just sex if it's a black. Oh yeah, now we know that much. We know that. Except Jermaine Jackson, he married you. That is crazy. You right, Miss Diva Ray. That's how I know the Jackson family is crazy. Jackson family weird. Jermaine married his brother's ex-wife. His brother had kids with her. Do Jermaine got kids with her too? That is weird, man. That's how I know the Jackson family crazy. They both got kids with that woman. That is crazy to me. I like this. How I know the Jacksons just off they rocker. Cause what do y'all got going on? Say yes, Jafar. Oh, that's Jafar, mama. That's Jafar, mama. Right? Like I didn't even know that was Jafar, mama. That happened with. Oh wow. Cause that's crazy. But I'm saying, how do you even think that's okay to do though? How do you even think it's okay that I'm finna get with my brother old lady? I'm finna get with my brother's ex-girlfriend. How do you think that's acceptable in any capacity? What round, like where did you ever think, oh, this is okay, this is perfectly fine? Like, I don't get where he thought that was a good idea at all. Like, no, bro, you can't be with your brother's old ex-wife, your brother's ex-wife. And the mother of his kids, and then you continue to procreate. You get her and procreate with her. That is crazy, man. They said their kids are brothers and cousins at the same time. Yes, wild. Y'all are brothers and cousins at the same time. Yeah, and then I'm looking at Latoya. Boy, Latoya about this big. I seen a video with her making some enchiladas or something for Jermaine. Boy, Latoya about big as my finger. My finger might be bigger than Latoya. My finger bigger than Latoya. I was like, man, what is going on? Latoya looked like she could hula hoop through a Cheerio. Latoya looked like she could hula hoop through a damn Cheerio. I'll say, yo, what is going on now? Latoya looked like she 12 pounds. I'm like, Latoya, you need to eat them then. You need to eat some enchiladas expeditiously. Say Gary, Indiana type activities. Hey man, leave Gary alone. He said Latoya look like she from Thriller. Yeah, I'm like, what's going on with Latoya, man? Latoya look like she can't keep no food down. I'm like, what the man? So Indianimals. Hoyt Street, where you from? Because if you say Indianimals, you know something. Where you from, Hoyt Street? When I see your name, I think about Officer Jake Hoyt. The officer died today. He is survived by his wife and infant child. What Denzel say? It's not what you know, son. It's what you can prove. It's what you can prove, son. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove, son. Huh? So I guarantee you, son. Uh, you from Muskegon? Shout out to Muskegon, man. You Midwest like me, man. Shout out to Muskegon, Michigan, man. Man, I think it's a young Nuke that followed me on Instagram. He from Muskegon, Michigan. A young brother, Cap Alpha Psi from Muskegon, man. He was living up here in Chicago too. I seen him at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Gripped up with him, shook up with him. He said, brothers and cousins is wild. That is crazy. Very wild. Very wild. But anyway, y'all, man, look, y'all hit that like button for me before y'all get up out of here. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App is below my finger. $ Mac Miller 5. Again, my Cash App is below my finger. $ Mac Miller 5. $Mac Miller 5. All love, y'all. I'm about to get off this joint. About to take my little nap. I ain't took a nap since I got off work, but I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.